How is it possible that 10 people have run a marathon at speed scientists once thought were impossible? Why are these times suddenly appearing, as if they came from another planet? And strangest of all, why have runners emerged in the past few years who are smashing records that stood untouched for decades? Something's happening. Something that has changed the way athletes train, compete, and even think about the marathon. And when you see who these 10 runners are, you'll understand why the marathon of the future may be faster than anyone ever imagined. Stay with me. Some of these names will surprise you, and others will leave you speechless. In just a few years, the marathon has changed more than in the previous 50. Times once thought impossible have become almost normal. Athletes debuting like they've been running the distance their whole lives. Teams living and training at extreme altitude, perfecting every detail from the first step to the last meter. And through it all, one truth has become obvious. The marathon isn't just about endurance anymore. Now it's pure speed, surgical precision, and an obsession with destroying limits. That's why this list matters. Because these 10 runners aren't just fast. They've redefined what fast means. They've shown that the human body can go further, quicker, and with more courage than anyone dared to believe. Let's go through them, because understanding these 10 monsters is understanding where the marathon is heading next. 10. Evans Chebet, a man who thrives in chaos. Winner in Boston, winner in New York, and still capable of flying in Valencia with a stunning 2 hours, 3 minutes, and 58 seconds. He's not flashy. He doesn't talk much. But every time he races, he delivers exactly what's needed to win. Smooth, steady, efficient. His progress is so sharp that many believe 2026 could bring another shock performance. 9. Tamirat Tola. Here's where things get dangerous. Tola isn't just fast, he's relentless. His 2 hours, 3 minutes, and 22 seconds blew minds because he did it on a course where no one breaks 2:04. New York. That's another league. Tola runs with a clean stride, an endless engine, and a mind that never cracks. He looks like he's maxed out, then suddenly accelerates. That's why he's here. Because what he does in the final kilometers isn't normal. 8. Mosinet Geremew, the quiet assassin. His 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 55 seconds in London came in a race where almost nobody could hold the pace, except him. Geremew isn't explosive, he's constant. So constant it feels like he could run another 40 kilometers without changing expression. Soft stride, smooth form, terrifying ability to suffer. He doesn't make noise, he makes history. Before we get to the monsters up ahead, there's something nobody's explaining. Something that separates these runners from what we saw 10 years ago. People think it's just about training harder. It's not. There's one factor that divides the good from the inhuman. The top 5 don't just run fast. They run with brutal efficiency. Every step costs less energy than a normal runner's. Combine that with altitude, genetics, extreme discipline, and nearly impossible workouts, and you get what comes next. Because what you're about to see isn't speed. It's evolution. 7. Birhanu Legese. If he'd been born in another era, he might have been a world record holder. His 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 48 seconds instantly put him among the elites. His style is tailor-made for fast courses, light, economical, zero wasted motion. But his biggest weapon is rhythm. Legese doesn't panic, doesn't surge, doesn't lose control. Every kilometer hits like clockwork. That calm precision earned him one of the best times in history. In any other generation, he'd have been number 1. Today he's 7th. That's how fast this sport has become. 6. John Korir. Not the most famous name, but his time says everything. 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 44 seconds. That puts him in one of the most exclusive clubs in history. He did it in Chicago, against wind, cold, and pressure. Korir proved you don't need fame to earn a time others only dream of. Quiet, but lethal. A performance that locks him in the absolute elite. 5. Benson Kipruto. With 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 16 seconds in Tokyo 2024, he didn't just win, he dominated. He runs the marathon like a long-distance sprinter. His finish is terrifying. When everyone fades, he attacks. Ice in his veins, dynamite in his legs. For many, he represents the new era. And if 2026 goes his way, he'll climb even higher. Before number 4, one truth ties these names together. The human limit hasn't shifted by chance. It's been engineered. These athletes train in ways that, until recently, would have been called insane. It's no longer about running fast. It's about running fast every day, repeating killer sessions at altitude, running tired, on purpose, to teach the body not to quit, treating every marathon like a surgical operation. The next runners are the most extreme product of that mindset. More aggressive, more precise, more obsessed than ever. Their times aren't surprises. They're the logical result of a new era. 4. Sabastian Sawe. A debut that changed everything. Valencia 2024. 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 5 seconds. His first marathon. His first victory. And instantly, part of history. By 2025, he confirmed it. London, Berlin. Sawe isn't a promise anymore. He's the real deal. The face of the new generation. When people talk about the marathon revolution, they're talking about him. 3. Sisay Lemma. For years, he stayed in the shadows, until he exploded like lightning. His 2 hours, 1 minute, and 48 seconds in Valencia was a direct challenge to the entire marathon world. Lemma runs like a man possessed, fearless, fluid, ruthless. He doesn't slow down at 30K. He speeds up. He can shred an elite field without a single expression on his face. When he's in form, he looks like he's running in another dimension. 2. Eliud Kipchoge. The man who defined modern marathon running. For years, he made the impossible look effortless. His 2 hours, 1 minute, and 9 seconds in Berlin remains a masterpiece. A symphony of pacing and control. Kipchoge didn't just run. He rewrote the rules. He created a mindset. He proved the marathon isn't a wall. It's a mirror of human potential. Time eventually catches everyone, but his legacy is untouchable. Every runner on this list runs in his shadow. No one has dominated like him. No one has been that perfect for that long. That's why he's still here. The second fastest man ever to touch 42.195 kilometers. Before number 1, a quick nod. Kenenisa Bekele. His 2 hours, 1 minute, and 41 seconds barely misses the cutoff for this top 10. A legend of legends. And without him, none of this would exist. 1. Kelvin Kiptum. The man who didn't just break a record, he broke reality. 2 hours and 35 seconds. Chicago, 2023. That day wasn't a race, it was a revolution. Kiptum started calm, emotionless, unshaken. Then, in the second half, he ran paces we'd only seen in dreams. From 30K to 40K, he detonated. Power, endurance, precision. He looked untouchable. Fatigue didn't exist. The laws of the marathon didn't apply. Every stride was a threat to the clock. When he crossed the line, the world saw something it could barely believe. The fastest human being ever to run a marathon. Kiptum didn't run like the others. He ran as if 42K were too short for him, as if he needed more distance to show what was possible. His story ended too soon, but his record remains untouchable, defiant, brilliant. He's number 1 not just for his time, but because he changed the conversation forever. After Kiptum, the marathon stopped being a battle against distance and became a battle against the impossible. That mark, that style, that dominance will define the future for years. After seeing this list, one thing is clear. These runners aren't just fast, they're different. They share 3 traits that explain why they're up here. Brutal efficiency. Every stride burns less energy than a normal runner's. Not magic. Biomechanics perfected by years of movement since childhood. Almost inhuman preparation. Altitude. Double sessions. Running tired. Running hurt. Training when nobody's watching. While others rest, they build. A terrifying mindset. They don't run to finish. They don't run to participate. They run to destroy. To break the race. To shatter the clock. That's what unites these 10 athletes pushing the marathon's limits faster than anyone thought possible. And if this is what they've already done, what's coming next will be even wilder. Because the bar is now so high that beating it will require running in a way that today still sounds impossible. If this blew your mind, just imagine what's next. The marathon isn't slowing down, it's accelerating. Each of these runners has pushed the limit further. And what we're seeing now is just the beginning. In the next few years, records we still call untouchable may finally fall. So if you want to understand where this sport is heading, don't stop here. This list is just the foundation. What's coming will be faster, bolder, and even more exciting. And if you want me to break down the training secrets behind these monsters, tell me below, we'll do it. But don't go anywhere yet. Because if this video impressed you, the next ones will blow your mind.